Yeah. Mm-hmm. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. All right. So let's break it down here. Okay. So we don't trade within the first 30 minutes of the market open. So we sat and waited patiently for our um, our trade throughout the whole day. So let's fast forward back to the replay button and let's go back to the 1 minute time frame. So, right, let me get rid of this and this, right? Okay. So yesterday we saw that this swing high right here, right? If you go down to the 3 minute chart, right? This act as an area of resistance, right? We saw here, we push here lower with the popping grind, right? So you have that popping grind set up here. If you draw the channel, right? You have this channel here, right? And then price, let's draw it back to this swing high here. Let me get that there, right? So this was an area that we had resistance, right? So let me get that out the way. So this area we saw here was before the initial move, right? So you had a push lower, right? And then little period of consolidation here, um, right? And then basically pop low, go up a little bit, right? And then went lower, went higher, whatever, and then yeah, whatever the case, right? So this first initial move, right? This first initial move is where the sellers are, right? So this was an area that I would like to see today. We were watching for a breakup from the buyers. So let's drag this across, right? And this is the first, 30 minutes we didn't trade. We saw a nice setup, but we didn't take it, right? So we were holding this and we had a gap here from basically the pre-market highs at this area at the 494.31. Right, so let's fast forward it. We were inside a range. This is a range. We trade the range, right? Just fast forward. Bing, bing, bing. We don't trade the first 30 minutes of the market open. So look at around 9 o'clock, right? And then you saw here, right? We're in this range, right? Buyers are here. We held above this previous resistance here, right? At the swing high yesterday, right? And we saw this here. We saw this today, right? If you look, draw this across with this higher to low, lower highs on the shorter time frame. We're squeezing and push higher, push break, right? Higher, higher, and we didn't see a setup. We did not take a setup here, or we didn't take anything here during this time. Right? We didn't take anything here as we push higher, right? So now we saw this rejection, right? This area was supply, right? This is the area that we were having trouble with previously. You can see here across, right? This area we were having trouble in from the side, the sell side. I'm at the buyer side, right? This is the 1 minute chart. We waited and price pushed lower, right? Now we didn't take any setup here, right? We didn't have a higher in price, any trap setup, and we had this gap lower. So basically, the momentum was basically here before the dump down to fill the to try to fill this gap here at the 494.31. So we would not want to take calls here, right? Don't want to take calls here. Don't want to just wait for the price to find support. Price wants to hold above the gap. Gap fill is not always going to be present all the time. All right, so we waited and boom, you broke through the support. This previous resistance is now, previous support, which is now resistance at that swing high, right? So now, what we watched here, right? We waited, right? We waited for this move here. You don't buy the calls here. You wait for it. You don't want to pick random bottoms. You want to wait for the setup to present itself before you take the setup, right? Now, you look on the 3 minute here, right? This is a nice setup, right? Everyone's thinking, oh, this is a nice setup and all that stuff. But we sat our hands, but this is a good setup, honestly. You know why? Because you have a high here and a higher high in price, right? So you could have took these here, right? With this took, I think we alerted these around 10:16, right? What time did we alert these at? This is the trap setup, a bear trap setup. They want you to short the rookie bears to short here. You don't short here. You take calls below this low, right? You take calls here. Take calls here. Set the stop loss here. And now you play. Right? Squeeze. This is your first profit target. You take some off the table. Now, you see this trade, right? Look at this risk to reward. A 3.54 risk to reward. This is a high probability setup. We take this trade and we scale some out. Now you move the stop loss at break even to entries, and you let the play itself out. And this little chop, right? Stop, right? You stop. Maybe you got to stop out here, right? And stopped out. That was a good bear trap entry. Beautiful setup, right? That's scalp. Now you're out here, right? Wait, for it to go this low, you break low, right? New lower low. So basically, you have your high, your low, your higher low. I meant lower highs, and now your lower lows. Wait for a setup to present. Bang. You have now. You wait. Price didn't fill the gap, right? It's not always going to fill the gap. So now you wait. Bing, bing. Now you don't want to buy here, right? You don't want to buy here. You want to wait till you see potential trap. And this is going to be your trap here. Wait for it. So you don't want to buy this. This is what you call a pop and grind setup. Price is literally popping and grinding, right? You have your first initial move, grind, 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 right? You wait for it. All right, wait. You don't want to buy this. No one wants to buy expensive premiums here. You wait and sit on your hands until a dip buy opportunity presents itself, right? You wait, and then you wait here. Bang. Tell me, would you buy calls here? Let me ask you this. We buy calls here. We do not, we're not scared of buying that. We saw the momentum higher here today. We don't want to wait for it. We wait for the pop and grind. This is a pop and grind, right? Now, what you wait for is, okay, you draw this high to low, right? This is literally your pop and grind setup here. Draw this anchor low, right? If I can kind of anchor this a little bit better here, if we can, a little bit. Oh, man. Right? You draw the channel. We bought calls here, right? We're not scared to buy the dip. And now, look, if you draw the Fibonacci from this low to high, right? We add some here. Now, wait for it. We're going to add some again. Bang. We add some here, right? 50% off on calls right here. Look at this. 50%, right? Now, you add some here, break even calls here, right? This is our alert we took today. Stop loss, low of day, or wherever the case here at this swing low, right? You have, now you go to the 3-minute chart, right? You see your pop and grind. You look at this pop and grind here, right? Strong move up, all right? Strong move up. Price, grind, grind, grind. Push low here, right? Your price is breaking low. First test is the best test, like what we said, right? First test is the best test. So price is grinding, right? You take calls here, right? Now, watch. Bing, 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 right? This is area that we was having resistance at. We mentioned it earlier today. We said this today in the trading chat. We said needs to break above this area at 495.92, which is that swing low. Remember? Look at this swing low, right? This is the area that we had that rejection. Literally, bang, push down, right? This is where buyers and sellers were fighting from yesterday. So now we're having trouble here, right? Sellers trying to come in and manipulate it down, right? Now, bang, rejection. So let me tell you this. You go on the 3-minute now. You look on this time frame, right? You have double inside bar, outside bar. So they're fighting for this here, right? Everybody's wondering, oh, this is going to go lower. This is going lower. No, they're going to trap these bears here and then squeeze. They're going to squeeze this sucker up, right? This is another setup. You have this setup here, right? You have your pop and grind, right? Pop and grind, lower. This is a setup. Now wait for this here. This is your first one, second one, stop loss. This is where your seller stop loss here. So you don't want to short here. Why you want to short here? You short the rip, right? Even then, this is not gonna make you tons of money. This, you don't want to short where the momentum is. You trade with the momentum, right? So we loaded calls here off this candle, right? Average, we bought some here, average down here, right? And look, rippity, bing, right? One seller come here, right? Seller come here. One seller come here. This is their stop loss, right? Or you can say their stop loss is also here. However they trade, you don't want to short this, right? Your target is low, really risky, right? You don't want to take that at all. And you have a double confirmation candle here, right? So that was your 50% off on calls, right? And look at the setup. Already 6-to-1 risk to reward, right? And then wait for it here. Now you can drag this right there, right? And watch this. Trade. Push. They're gonna dump it lower. We buy the dip, right? Bang. Now, what we do? Well, everybody's wondering what we do now. We extend this right. Right? We extend that right. And yeah, kind of draw this a little bit better. Extend this here, right? And then we anchor this over, right? And then let me draw that a little bit better on the 3-minute here. We could buy some here too. Why do I say this is a good setup? All right. This is your bear trap setup. You have a high here, right? You even have your setup here. This is where we took calls at earlier today, right? We don't want to be scared when the price dumps. We buy it. You have your high here, right? This is your high, right? And then now this is your low, right? And then now this is your higher low. Let me delete that, right? Higher low, right? And then this is they're trying to scare you here, right? On your lower low. So this is your low. They're trying to break this low. So they're trying to break that low, right? Watch this. So you anchor your anchor setup. Take this is your bear trap setup. This is basically your bear trap setup here on the 3-minute. We took some bear trap setup here too, right? This is your 3-minute confirmation candle here. We add it here. Don't be scared to stop out here if you like. We add some here, right? And let the momentum play itself out. Bang, bang, bang. See, this is the area that we were having trouble at earlier. You see this line, red line, right? We squeeze above seller here, right? The supply zone here, right? And zoom this across, supply, right? Seller here, right? You have your higher high in price bear trap here, right? So don't short this. You don't want to short this. This is a bull market. You don't want to short it, right? And then look, bing, squeeze, squeeze, break above, right? Break above, squeeze. Now, squeeze above. Now, we have this prior high from today at 498 exactly to the dot. Can we break above it? Yes. We squeeze above, right? And dang, let's market close there. Beautiful setup, right? Beautiful setup. This is a bear trap setup. This is what we took. We enter here. We scale a good chunk here. We let runners run. Green trade over 100%. If you guys took next day expiration, they ran about a good 110%. If you guys took today's expiration, they probably ran over like 1200%. So we took next day expiration just to be on the safe side. And if you were kind of conflicting, kind of had like not very you weren't really, positive on this setup, you look here, what does this have for you to look at? You have inverse head and shoulder. So right shoulder, left shoulder, head, and your right shoulder, right? This is your right shoulder. Now, what we're looking for targeting tomorrow is, look on the daily chart here, right? We have a strong hammer on the daily, strong hammer. We want this gap fill here at 538. This that block order that they sold at, right? This that block order we're targeting tomorrow. We want that fill, We want this fill here at the 538 cents. That's what we're targeting tomorrow, and let's see if we can get that push. But patiently waiting all day for the setup. We don't have to rush into the market. Market will always be here for us. We don't have to. Market will always be here. You don't need to rush into setups. But like literally, we've been taking this setup every single day. Even now, this is now potential support. So we can put this down as support. This is no longer an area of resistance, right? And look, you see here, right? What we see here from the sellers, right? We have that pop and grind, right? We have that pop and grind, right? Pop, grind, 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 right? And now you draw this here. Let me extend this a little bit better here. So here, right? You draw this here. So see this? This is your swing low. Swing low. Sellers here. Seller up here too. Right? So we will see sellers tomorrow here. Guaranteed. We may see seller here tomorrow. Strong candle down on 3 minute. This area, good area to sell. Pop and grind, right? We talk about this in the group every day. Push, grind, grind, grind. First test, the best test. First test, the best test, short. That's how we trade. And Apple, we talked about it this morning too. We talked about it in the group chat, the trading chat. So look, you have first move, right? First morning candle move low. So from this low, and you have that pop and grind setup, right? You first move down, grind, 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 right? Pop and grind. Okay, now look left. Let me delete this. You look left, right? You look left here. You look left. This is a swing high, right? This is a swing high, right? This is where price went down, right? So now you draw this as a resistance, right? Look left. Now you look right. Touch it, fail, right? Literally the same move. Literally, same move down, right? Same move. Literally, same move, right? Beautiful setup. Same. This one is literally the same size over here. And draw here. Now delete this one so you can see, right? But the move came after hours. It didn't come during the trading session. If you look at here, right? Look at that. How precise is that? How precise is that? So you have your pop and grind setup on Apple that failed. So that's a beautiful setup on Apple. We waited all day for this, but they moved after hours. So oh well. But if you guys find any value in this video, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We post daily live videos every single day, and we go over our trade recap every single day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.